You married one of the most famous people on the planet, Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm. There was days where I literally was like, I don't know if he's gonna be okay.
What the hell is Justin Bieber doing?
Justin Bieber shared in a post that he struggles with feeling like a fraud.
Either something's wrong or he's just desperate for attention.
He's just become a new father and he's facing so much of his childhood trauma.
It was hard for me being that young and not knowing where to turn.
Justin, right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy.
You have all these people around me just wanting stuff from me.
It just got scary. I was just living in this shame and I wasn't able to move on.
There is no way that I'm going to be able to do this if it's gonna be like this forever.
First time me and Hailey met, I was on an early morning show.
Hey, John, my name's Steve.
And the third song,
how you doing, bro? This is my daughter, Hailey.
The third song is...
I've known him for a very long time. We were friends for a long time before anything else.
He was the first person I ever had real feelings for. I just knew that he was going to be somebody that I loved for the rest of my life.
Hailey watched Justin's rise to fame along with the rest of the world.
Justin Bieber looked like he was cooked up in a factory to make the perfect male teen idol.
By age 13, he had millions of fans screaming his name.
No one's ever grown up in the history of humanity like Justin Bieber, where every year of your adolescence, you were the most Googled person on the planet.
You know, starting out as a boy in front of the entire world and then transforming into a teenager and then like a young man, and everybody's had to watch him go through every single phase of life, essentially from, I don't know, 14, 15.
I was so surrounded, millions of people in the audience, but I still felt lonely. I still felt misunderstood. I still felt hurt.
I just want to see everybody because I love you guys.
I would shake it off and act like it didn't bother me, but that stuff bothered me.
Justin was surrounded by adults, but no one was protecting him.
For the next 48 hours, he's with me. So where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. But we gonna go full crazy.
I just had no idea what was to come. I had no idea that I would just get sucked up by all of this stuff.
Justin was still trapped in the darkness of his own mind, and he turned to dangerous substances to cope.
I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt.
I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape for me.
And then it affected how I acted and how I treated people.
Pop superstar Justin Bieber arrested at Miami Beach overnight.
Charged with DUI, resisting arrest.
Justin Bieber pukes his brains out on stage. Justin Bieber pees into a mop bucket.
Aren't people this troubled supposed to have better music?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. Where were his parents?
Ever since Justin was a kid, he struggled with the pain of coming from a broken home. His parents were just teenagers when they had him.
I never had that security in a family. I never had that consistency. I never had the reliability.
I think that I was just living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on. There was times where I was really, really suicidal. I was just suffering. Like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away?
But there was one person who could help remind Justin of who he really was.
When did you realize that it was time for you to reconnect with Hailey?
I'd seen her at an event. She was holding a baby, and I just seen the nurturing look in her eyes toward this baby. Since I was young, I always wanted to be married. I always wanted a family. And I was like, I want the mother of my children to look at a baby the way that she was, and I just seen something so special, and I just was like, I want that.
I realized it was some serious healing I needed to go through in order to get to a place where I could be in a healthy, serious relationship, because I had a lot of trauma and scars. So I just committed to working on those things and getting healthy, and luckily, Hailey just accepted me as I was.
This is like a guy who has done it all, seen it all, is like super successful. And we're having pillow talk conversations of him telling me my biggest goal in life is to have like a healthy family.
Even when we got married, there was still a lot of damage and hurt that I still needed to work through.
I thought marriage was gonna fix all my problems, and it didn't. I never did the actual work. I got off the pills, but I never went to the root of everything.
Justin realized that he couldn't rely on someone else to heal his pain. He had to do it himself.
I was running away. It's almost like we need to run towards the pain and run towards the hurt rather than run away from it.
There's a lot of relationships out there where maybe one person in the relationship is really going through it and the other person can so easily feel helpless. And I don't know how you did it, but I never felt like you threw your hands up.
I made a decision. I was gonna stick it out no matter what the outcome was gonna be. I know for a fact that I had loved this person for a very long time, and now would not be the time to give up on him.
One thing that I've known about Hailey is that she really loves Justin for Justin.
He's my best friend.
Hailey really empowers me and enables me to feel like, Justin, I love you for you. You are enough. We're building a life, and it's growth and it's hope, and we have something to look forward to.
I get to observe this really amazing transformation. We get to do it together.
It's okay to have problems, but you don't have to hide that. I'm committed to getting better and committed to doing whatever I have to do, whether it's inconvenient or not, because I know ultimately it's not only for me, but being the best me is gonna help be the best husband, the best father, the best friend I can possibly be.
He came out on the other side of some really dark times. He still is who he is, and that's why people are drawn to him, because he has a story to tell.